Hello students, there is a good news for you. Now you can write the same matter at different speeds. Link of the same is given in the description box. Thank you. Start. The Learned Counsel for Appellant numbers 4 to 7 strenuously urged that the impugned judgment of conviction is wholly unsustainable. Stop. According to the Learned Counsel for the Appellants, the Learned Sessions Judge committed grave error in evaluating the evidence led by the prosecution. Stop. The Learned Sessions Judge did not keep in view the fundamental principles of appreciation of evidence. Stop. According to the Learned Counsel for the Appellants, the improbability of the prosecution case, which is starkly made out, was conveniently ignored. Stop. The glaring omissions and improvements on the part of prosecution witnesses were lightly brushed aside by the Learned Sessions Judge. Stop. The fact that there was no independent witness to the occurrence wherein all the injured are shown to be police personnel, coupled with the unexplained injuries on the person of the accused, ought to have put the court on guard. Stop. Instead of giving benefit of the glaring inconsistencies in the prosecution case, the Learned Sessions Judge committed a manifest error in downplaying those infirmities in the prosecution case, urged the Learned Counsel for the Appellants. Stop. Para. In opposition to this, the Learned APP supported the impugned judgment. Stop. It was urged by the Learned APP that there is ample evidence, especially the medical evidence, which corroborates the ocular account of the injured witnesses. Stop. According to the Learned APP, the Learned Sessions Judge rightly discarded the minor inconsistencies and infirmities in the prosecution evidence. Stop. Para. As the controversy gets restricted to the occurrence near the house of the deceased accused number 1 after he allegedly reached thereat by the jeep followed by the car of superintendent of police and the jeep of police, it may be apposite to have a brief resume of the evidence of first informant PW7, PW8 and PW11 who also claimed to be the injured witnesses. Stop. It would be suffice to note that nothing turns on the circumstantial evidence in this case. Stop. Para. PW7 endeavored to impress upon the court that the deceased accused number 1, after alighting from the jeep, tried to flee away in the adjoining field. Stop. He and PW8 chased the deceased accused number 1. Stop. They caught hold of him. Stop. When they tried to bring deceased accused number 1 towards the police vehicle, accused numbers 2 to 7 charged upon them. Stop. The deceased accused numbers 3 to 7 were armed with grubbing hose. Stop. Accused number 3 threatened to kill him. Stop. As PW11 and his staff came thereat, the accused numbers 2 to 7 started pelting stones on them. Stop. PW7 claimed to have suffered injuries like the other police staff. Stop. It is pertinent to note that PW7 affirmed that PW11 also sustained injuries on account of stone pelting. Stop. Para. This version of PW7 was sought to be corroborated by PW8. Stop. He affirmed that accused number 3 and accused number 4 threatened the police party to free deceased number 1 lest they would assault them by means of grubbing hose with which they were armed. Stop. PW8 seeks to lend support to the version of PW7 with regard to assault upon PSI. Stop. Para. PW11 in his turn wants the court to believe that he tried to reason with the accused who were resisting the arrest of the deceased number 1. Stop. However, accused numbers 2 to 7 started pelting stones stop when the deceased accused number 1 was being taken towards the police vehicle. The deceased brother of the deceased accused number 1 caught hold of his shirt, and the deceased accused number 3 and accused number 4 twisted his left hand backwards, resulting in dislocation of the shoulder. Stop. PW 11 further affirmed that when the deceased accused was being taken towards the police jeep, accused number 3 self-inflicted 2-3 blows of the grubbing hose on her forehead.